All right. So what should we do? Mm, Hi Rohit. So should we start with the virtual contest? Everything's good. How about you? I guess, should I start with SQL first or DSA? Because I'm gonna do both. You was waiting? Okay, then let's just start with the virtual contest. Every pair of adjacent digits is at most 2. Otherwise, return false. I mean, just loop from 1 to n. Let's call it 0 and right. So max is going to be, let's change the name. Maxi is going to be max of maxi, comma absolute difference between s of I minus s of I minus 1. There we go. What if at most 2? Okay. So if maxi is less than 3, then return true, else return false. Right. So the second problem, we are given 3 integers, LRK. Integer y is said to be a perfect kth power if there exists an integer x such that x to the power k is by x to the power k. K is given. What is LR? So number of integers y in the range that are perfect kth power. Okay. Can you move your head? Yeah, sure. Question might not be visible. Is this okay? Yeah, so basically the question is, in this range, we have to find how many number of, let's look at this thing. Oh, so the constraints are pretty big. So we cannot iterate from L to R, okay? But K is small. So we have to find integer y such that there exists an integer x. So x to the sum power k. We have k, right? If k is 1, then it is just, so if k is 1, right, then it's just like y equals to x. There exists an integer x. Then in this case, the answer is going to be r minus l plus 1. Okay. There exists an integer x. If this is 2, then so log by is basically, we are saying that it is k into log x. Perfect cubes. What is the expected time come to? We have to do this faster. But x can be anything. K equals to 2, then what is gonna happen to the range? So there should be some integer, just a cube should exist there. So there are going to be like some range of x that is valid, okay? So there will be all right. For example, here we have to look for cubes. So valid range is going to be 2 to the 4 to the 8. It's probably going to be 3, right? So we will check 1, 2, 3. But we could have like very large L and R. L could be 0. Then we could have 2. So the answer is going to 10 to the power 8 square is 10 to the power 16. Nope. Perfect squares. It's like 8 to 30. So 6 is going to be upper bound, right? By the way, what is the lower bound? If we know lower bound and upper bound, we can find how many numbers are in between. So you know this question, 5 wrong answers. No worries, we are going to decipher the question properly. Okay, see, there's going to be some range of x. So if we know the lower bound and upper bound, okay, like the lowest point, then we can do just upper bound minus lower bound, probably +1. So we just have to find like the maximum number that is going to give some power k under this variable. But how are we going to do this? We can binary search, right? Pretty good. There will be one more. Ah, I'm absolutely not interested. Not excited at all. I think this is going to be the answer. Just find lower bound and upper bound. There we go. And you got no choice. Oh my god. Okay. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. So, should we just try to implement this? How will I binary search? I can binary search. So see, x is not going to be greater than, it is 10 to the power 9. I thought it's 10 to the power 19. Now we can technically iterate over all the possible things, because see, if k is 1, then just return this r minus l plus 1. Okay, if k is 2, then you will have to check till what is under root of 10 to the power 9. That is it. Okay, so this is very easy. So if k equals to 1, return r minus l plus 1. Else what we are going to do. But how do I how do I iterate over? We can start with probably 0. Maybe we have 1. So yeah. How do we do this? So we will do this until this number. This is a function, right? Until this number I to the power k is less than or equal to r. Okay. Is this fine? I think. Yep. If, wait a minute. Do I really have to iterate? Do I really have to iterate? Maybe not. I can also find lower bound. Right. Right. If num is greater than equals to L and num is less than equals to R. Okay. So we are getting right answer, but I'm wondering, like, see, if we're really worried about time complexity, we can use binary exponentiation here. That is also something, but we don't have to iterate. We just have to find a lower bound and upper bound to optimize this. Should I try to submit? It works. Why you guys are getting wrong answers? I don't get it. Right? Maybe I'll get TLE if I don't use this. Okay, because if k is greater than 1, then the range is going to be at max 10 to the power 4, 5 something. Were you guys able to solve this problem, Rohit and Sharif? It took me some time because I thought this is 10 to the power 19. You know, I got TLE when I tried to use this solution. Exactly. See, I thought about this like first. If this is the first thing that I thought, if k is 1, then every single number is going to be the case. Because then you will iterate over all the possible 10 to the power 9 values, which will give you TLE. Apart from 1, you won't get TLE. Because anything 2 or greater than that, the range is going to be at max root n. And root n is like around 10 to the power 4 to 10 to the power 5 in between. So you're okay with that? Okay, let's move to the third one. All right, you are given n into m integer matrix, non-negative, okay, positive integers, non-zero cell, and I sum it with lower and upper bound in contest. So you did like binary search with the lower and upper bound. That is going to be like a more efficient solution. We could have limits like 10 to the power 19 and 10 to the power 19, then still like we can do it with binary search, I believe. Lower and upper bound. Right. Non-zero cell checks the cell near it follows. Non-zero cell checks the cell near. Let's read it. Consider every cell within X rows and X column. So this is gonna give me a range. Okay. But how about this radius? Ignore the cells that are outside the matrix, of course. Ignore the cells with both the row distance and column distance are exactly X. Distance and column distance are exactly X. Okay, this 2 and 2, right? So this cell has to be ignored. So we have like some sort of a box, you know. The cell is a local maximum. This is a local maximum if it is non-zero, and also they can be 0 2, and no considered cell has a value greater than X. Okay, so it should not be 0, and in all this range, the maximum value of all this range should either be equal to 2 or less than 2. Equal to 2, of course. Yeah. So basically maximum should be 2. So how do we do it? This looks like some sort of a window prefix suffix kind of a thing. For every cell, I have to maintain this window, like both horizontal window and vertical window. Probably use some prefix suffix here. So how do we get? Okay, let's think about it. So if we are at this particular node 2, How do we get maximum? Can we use like prefix? What is the expected time call? It's n square and q maybe. Wait. Ah, so this X number is also dynamic. It's not fixed. Okay. X is also limited, but like, how do I get this thing, this whole thing? And I have to do this like efficiently, right? This question you tried brute force, which gives TLE. Of course, it will give TLE if you want focus on optimizing the solution. I mean, your solution, it's very easy to brute force it, right? You just, if you're here, you just go here, every possible direction. But I'm thinking of optimizing it. How can we efficiently do it? Mm, 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 mm. Uh, 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 uh. Hmm. This question is a little bit different. Values are also limited. So what I can do? What's the fourth one? Given an integer array nums, minimum length of subarray that is not identical to any other subarray. Return an integer denoting the minimum possible length of such a subarray. Possible length of such a subarray. Subarray is a contiguous non-empty sequence of elements. And the same elements. How was about prefix maximum? I'll think about it. But like, prefix max. Does prefix max work? Prefix max is not going to work because we need a range, right? We need a range. So we have to find the smallest length subarray. that is not identical to any other sub-elements if they have the same length and same elements. Okay, identical means same length and same element. Okay, basically, I mean, same. So here, yeah, 2 can't be the answer because already have it. 2, 1. 1 is the answer because we don't have 1. But how do I find, like, oh, nums are also limited. So this tells me we can use like frequency thing. How can we make sure? Hmm. How can we make sure that particular array is not identical? We can always start with like a whole array, right? That can always be the answer. Hmm. $1,700 people solved it. That's crazy. Same length and same elements. Does prefix max work? I mean, I can use segment tree. Should I use segment tree? Solution will be like n into n into n log n. It is going to pass. Or maybe not. Will. You read wrong, not 1700, but it's 1700 plus 1. Wait, what? Hmm. We can do like prefix and suffix, but we can't get for a range. But this cannot be a segment tree problem now. This is a medium. Yeah. Cannot be a segment tree problem. If I was in a live contest, I probably would have implemented it. Couldn't learn it. I mean, segment tree is not optimal, right? What could be the possible solution? I mean, you need maximum in a range in this problem. You just need it. It's a sparse. Okay, I know sparse tables too. So you can do this like in big O of 1 with the sparse tables. But I don't expect to use a sparse table in third problem. That is my argument. Apart from using sparse table, I would just use segment tree then. Because login will also pass. Yeah. Will it? It will pass. Let's think about this one. So on YT, everyone using sparse table. It makes sense. You need like maximum, minimum. You don't need like updates. So just go ahead and use sparse tables. It's a good idea. Horror terms to learn RMQ. Yeah, maybe like you need more time, I would say. Because like sparse table is what? First of all, you like, so what you do? You store values in range of like 2 to the power. So you would have something like n into log n size of your DP. And then for max, you can find like a from L2, you need to find some power of 2 that will give you maximum power of 2 that will give you like range less than or equal to, you know, right? Then like vice versa for R. And why this works in big O of 1? Because we don't care overlapping thing, right? So if we have some array here, I can explain it a little bit. Let's say you want to find maximum from here to here, right? So we don't care about like overlapping things. So you can like start, let's add one more element. So you can start from here, right? And we are storing like range in 2 to the power, right? So we will get 2 to the power 2 is 4. So we will get something like from here to here. We will get maximum, whatever is max. Then from this R, we can get something like this, maximum in this range, right? And the maximum of both is ultimately going to be the maximum of whole range. But in terms of addition, this is not going to work. Yuseco guide to get good at these you can definitely go ahead. I would definitely recommend you. I believe I should also have like a template for sparse table. I can use segmentary though. Should I implement like sparse table? It is going to take some time. Should I do it? This is very similar to binary lifting in trees. So my base case will be 2 to the power 0, which is going to be the element itself. Then for every single element, I will first go to the element. Okay, I mean same as binary lifting. Yeah. It's crazy. I also think about it. I mean, I know about sparse tables. I learned about it probably in October previous year. So it took me around 5 months, 5 to 6 months to learn these advanced data structures and also to be able to understand them. Now I'm feeling very lazy to solve this problem because we know the solution already. I will think about this one for now. This one is interesting. I would honestly, in like a third problem that is which is medium, I won't think of using like segmentary or sparse table, but this is what you need here. College professor, nothing, bro. You learn everything by yourself. I mean, I did. You can do that too. It's all like YouTube, CP algorithms. Even when I learn like something else, my core subjects or whatever else, it's all like YouTube and some other websites. Striver sheet, it is gonna take some time. Yeah, do CP31 sheet. It's pretty cool. The tips are just the best tip I can give you is just it is gonna take some time. Okay, it's gonna take some time. Just don't leave it, right? Just be consistent. Make sure you are solving at least a problem a day. Doesn't matter which platform. It's not like you have to do on Leetcode and code whatever you want. Like wherever you want to solve, you can do it. Also, like for these kind of a things, for example, if you're learning sparse table, make sure you implement it yourself so that you get a very good intuitive idea and you can solve problems on CSES problem set. I did around like 250 problems there, probably 200, probably less than that, but around like 200. The only thing I don't know are like few advanced techniques like convex hull, maybe DNC. I know a little bit of DNC and HLD, heavy light decomposition. You should not be looking at my growth. Okay, everyone is different. Just focus on what you can do. Minimum length of a subarray that is not identical. To any other subarray in numbers. This is a very unique problem actually. What could be the possible thing? and I have to do this in um I can probably use some sort of a map. I can take the whole and then I can try to reduce it, but then maybe I can start with the whole, then I can try to reduce. If two elements are different, then we are pretty good. Yeah. No. I'm still in college. I'm in third year right now. Um, I have been selected for like an interview in Infosys L3 offer, but I'm waiting for the official email for the interview date. I think it is gonna take some time. It might be next month. I think currently they are interviewing people for like DSC L1, L2 roles, I believe. It's a very unique problem. Same elements in corresponding positions, same position as well. Can I do binary search on length? So I know like for sure this is going to be unique, or anything like the whole size upon 2 plus 1 is also going to be unique. After that, there might be issues. There might be duplicates. If I have to generate like all arrays, so let's say generate all array of some length k, but I cannot do that. It will TLE. Mm, nums are also limited, so it probably won't TLE. It will take big O of n, and then binary search on k. 2027 batch, yes. You did not give me life. What do you mean by that? Generate all array of length k. Can we do that? We have to BS from 1 to that position. Oh, this will not TLE. This is okay. We are going to have something like this, then this, then this. That is going to be okay. Maybe Maybe. Let's see. R equals to, right? Is this correct? I think I can do it. No? So we're gonna check for this mid. If this is true, if there exists something unique of this length. So we only need like one index that is unique. Okay. We can use map for that. Okay, so if this is a case, then else make L mid plus one. Let's initialize answer as well. N is fine. Okay, let's implement this check function. It's gonna take a variable x and a vector by reference. Now I will use set. This set will contain some map. Let's use a map. We can't do this. We will have to use like actual map. We can use a string. Okay, we can use string maybe. Okay, this is gonna count frequency of each one of them. Let's quickly form a string. Zero I is less than x. That is going to be the length. Let's do pushback. This x nums of I plus 0. Okay, we good. So we have one first subarray, right? Wait, this is going to be bad. Is there an is it possible? I will push one element, I will pop one element. Is a string fine, or should I use something else? Something else like a DQ might be helpful. But storing DQ is going to be pretty expensive. Let's use DQ for this. It's going to store a string. It's gonna have some character here. It's front, right? Okay, we have pushed everything to it. How do I take everything in our DQ? Interesting. Can I check the uniqueness without it? Popping operation is big of and that is not helpful. I mean, let's just try. Something I can use. Probably. Okay. Frequency of this DQ plus plus. Now let's iterate it, starting from X to the whole. So what do we do? What is going to be L? We can just pop. Wait. Wait. Pop back. Okay. And DQ dot push front nums of I plus 0 and frequency of DQ plus plus for first we're gonna have a DQ. We don't care about it, we just care about value. Right, so if value equals to 1, return true, else return false. Okay, where is R? R equals to nums of size, line 30. Oh, everything is undeclared, bro. Oh, we're getting 3, we're getting 1, we're getting 2. Okay, the answer is correct, but is this optimal? This is what we have to think about. Is this shit optimal? Is check. There should be a better way to implement it, no? So it's like n log of log n, that is going to work. But can I optimize it? Because TLE, of course, because of this. Let's focus on optimizing it, okay? Pretty close, we're pretty close. Oh, this is actually taking a lot of time. A lot of time. By the way, what is going to be the side? It's going to be k into n at max. So k into n, we can do it. Okay. N square, not possible, but what the fuck? But if it is n, then we are only going to have a single one of them. Maybe something is possible. How to not use this DQ? Can we use a vector? Something else. Character. Wait a minute. What? Num suffice? This is not a character. But like, now we get memory limit. Okay. Mm, there should be an optimal way to do this. This binary search is fine. No issue with that. We have to wrap this up in. Okay. How do we do this? So when we are moving to the next position, we're just including an element and removing one. What is the possibility that should be some optimization here? Mm, but how will I remove element from string? Guys, you can give me some hints if you have solved it already. I just have to find a unique vector of this length. I mean, this is also incorrect, no? Wait, there could be a lot of them. Yup. We'll have to make changes here. can use array. Check that array. One, two, three. So there can only be n possible, right? N minus k minus 1. For a beginner, how to start? You can start like from very basics. You can start solving Code Force's 800 level problems. Just make sure you are comfortable with the language. Right. First, learn any single language. Learn how to use loops. Learn like some STL templates. And yeah, you can use Code Force's Leetcode. You can solve sheets. You can solve this driver sheet. But like those sheets, it's not like if you will solve it, then you will be able to solve problems. That's up to you. If you're able to pick up concepts, but sheets are going to be helpful if you're a beginner. I just have to do this in big up and I'm not able to do it. We just need these two loops. That's what I know. Right. Something here. Something here. But how do I check this thing? We can't use set. We can't use set. We can use set. Probably not. Where did you learn coding? I mean, I solved a lot of problem on Leetcode code courses. I have also made a lot of projects. There's something I'm missing, like a single point. Check unique subarray of some length. Why does it? Why does it really? Because of DQ? This is not gonna work, right? It requires hashing, so I need like integer or probably a string is going to be fine. So mm, I should ask GPT how can we find whether there is a unique subarray of length x in like log in like big of n. I'm still in college. I'm in third year right now. Should I try more or should I just ask GPT? That's the question now. Same elements in corresponding positions. There should be a way to check, no? If the length is 2, then what are the possible? This one. This one can only be equal if, right? These previous are equal. Try more? Probably. Let's think more. Maybe there is something I'm missing and I can optimally do this. Now, this can be equal to this only if this element is equal to this. Hmm. Let's increase the size. Right. Let's say this is the length we are checking. Now, this can only be equal to this if the first element is equal, at least like first and last element is equal. But we have a lot more, right? We have a lot more. So this starting with 1 can only be equal if there is some position that also starts with 1 following by consist of same elements. But like for this to be equal, this is the second element now, right? This is the third element now. Before it was fourth. Hmm. Wait a minute. Maybe I don't have to check in this window now, right? Because it is only possible if this is equal and like corresponding elements are equal, right? Okay, so before this position was like first position, second position, third position, fourth position. After I have shifted them by one, now they have become something like this. Okay, so I need to check this is not equal. First thing, I need to check this is not equal to the next element. Wait, then I have to say this is not equal to this element. If any one of them is false, I can start a new window from this position. That is going to be very efficient, right? Maybe I can do it much faster. What level of coding is this? If you're just starting, then this is going to be pretty hard. This is a hard problem and like a very unique problem. If you're just starting, you will not be able to solve this. Should I do now? Wait, this should be equal to this. This will be 2. Wait a minute. There is a pattern. There is a pattern. This should be equal to this. This should be equal to this. So in which case we are going to have something like that? Let's think about it. Is this the only case? What if we have 2 here? But like this is unique now, so you can possibly start. Guys, give me a washroom break. I'll be back. Okay. Which language? This is C++. I think I should probably GPT. Should probably GPT because I have no idea how I can do this. What is going to be like space? So if we have two, total are going to be like n minus k plus 1 number of arrays. N minus k plus 1 into k. And k can go till n. If k is 1, then we have like n. If k is like n, then we will have 1 into n. So why I'm getting like memory exceeded error here? It's probably because of DQ. I just have to think about fixing this thing here. What if k is k by 2, n by 2? We will have n minus n by 2, which is again n by 2 plus 1 into n by 2. So it's like 2 plus n by 2. Let's remove 1. We are going to have n square by 4. Uh, n minus n by 2 is n by 2. This might be a problem. This is n square by 4. Count of elements, check how many duplicates exist. Does there exist a subarray of size x where all elements distinct? This is not a problem. Um, Repeated subarray. Yep. Raven car, but this is going to be n square. This is not big O of n. Hashing is going to be bad. Collision safe hashing, double hashing, pure STL version. Does this actually require hashing? Oops. Oops. Really? I do not expect it to use hashing. But like I was spot on with binary search. Somebody did it. Wait. Suffix tree. Everybody did. Rolling hash. String hash plus binary search. Um, I mean that is big of. That is big of, and so it is hashing. If I'll do like something like string, this is going to work, right? What if I don't iterate here? Not the test case. Hmm. Let's try to convert this into unordered map. But how are we going to hash a string now? Hashing an integer is easy, but like string hashing. Let's do this one. We don't need updates. We don't need like half of these things. Let's do one thing. Let's implement sparse tables by ourselves. So what is going to be the value of n? This is going to be log of whatever is the maximum value in this whole matrix. I can take it like around 200 too. Is this a correct function? What is n? Give me 5. $64 to ja, how much? Still C++ log So this is a natural log. Log 2 is fine. But like we need less than this. What is 2 to the power 8? That is going to exceed. So we are good. Let's create a vector. We're going to store integers in it. Let's call it table. And the size is going to be, this is a square matrix. I'll be storing this columns. So storing columns. Size is going to be n. And what? Size of this is going to be n. Right. Initial values, I will have to iterate. So wait, what? Oh, it's going to be a 3D vector. Oh fuck. So this vector will contain the index of a row where I will implement this thing. Okay. So we're going to have like n, m, and n. I guess that's enough. Let's iterate over this table. So let's go to a particular row. And let's go to all the columns. And let's initialize base case for this. And throw mth column. And to the 2 to the power 0, that is nothing but matrix of n. And okay, this is the base case. Let's make the table now. Okay, so again we have to go through everything. Here we have to iterate. Oh, now fine. Start with 1. It should be less than n, just in case. Okay. Plus k, and here we have table of I comma j comma k. It should be equal to what? Table of I. So now we are in the territory of sparse table. So this j is a particular node which has a length k -1, and here we have to use table actually. table of I, J. Okay. So from this particular node, you are saying what is k minus 1 distance. So for 1, k0 is going to be the element itself. So I will get the element. Wait, what? That is wrong. How do I build it? So for 1, I have to go to the 1 first. So should I start from smaller length or should I start from big length? Base case should be the next element actually. That is incorrect. Right? And once I know that, what is maximum out of those two, then I can do it. Possibly. I actually need, this is for 0. I need maybe, so this is gonna store these two, right? Let's go till m minus 1, table I0 is going to be max of, we need max ij comma matrix of I j plus 1, right? So the 0 is basically 2 to the power 1. We can also say like 2 to the power 1. But that is okay. Now we can use this info here. Same table. First, we go to k minus 1. So what is one distance? Like what is the maximum over there? And then we max it with the current one. Okay. So this is absolutely fine. This comma table of I, j, and k minus 1. Okay. So if we have length 2 here to here, yeah, then we also have this. So length 2 is going to be how much? Maximum of this and maximum of this. Wait. Okay, fine. Are these bounds going to be fine here? Because what is this thing? Let's initialize it as, can we do default initialization? Let's do something. Okay, now we can check actually whether this is true or not. So the table has been formed. Let's go from 0 to n. Should have also stored like, okay, fine. Mm, let's see. What? What happened? Out of bounds? Oh, this could be out of bounds. Oh, so this is gonna give us not the node, but the maximum. Hmm. Well, this is bad. How do I get to the node first? Maybe I can use j plus log some shit, right? Hmm. I can do that. Uh, so if I'm here, so 4 is done. Now I want this thing over here, which is this index plus this 4. it is going to be that log inverse. Two to the power. Okay, let's do this. So this is going to be 2 to the power k minus 1. Okay, but then this should be in range, right? So I mean, it's not an integer. This will return me an integer now. J plus p. Also to j plus p. We're getting something, but this is bullshit. I mean, we have zeros. So we're printing k first. We have jk with a space. And line break. Okay. Did you play chess? No, I don't. Okay, so we have a very good answer. So we have everything 0 and this is s2. So this is 1 equivalent. Now we are going to a territory of this thing. Absolutely fine because we don't have anything after it. Makes sense. No issue with maximum as well. So for this 2, for this 0, the maximum at 2 to the power, I mean 1 length is 2. So this is a good one. This is for 4. Okay, so we made the table. Okay, the table is correct. Now what we have to do is we need to get max. Okay, let's create a function, or maybe just create a function inside. Okay. Get max. I'm going to take a range. I will be having, let's make them auto print. So these are the ranges that I have. Okay. So now we have to think about how we do it. So from this L, I will go to a point. So I have to do log of that particular distance. Yeah, maybe. Difference is R minus L. Now I have to go to L plus log base 2 of this difference. Okay. Okay, so if difference is 4, so if I'm here, and let's say this is what I'm finding, and the difference is 4. So then the value of K will be what? Less than this. Okay. We don't want to include it. It should be like 4, which is going to be 2, but that is fine. Okay. This is for the first one. For another one, it will be what? I have to do like R minus. So we got this length. Now we also need to find this one. Right. We can choose the same K, by the way. We just have to go like K back from R. Okay. So first L is same. Let's keep it capital R. And we will go back from R minus. I guess. Right. Now answer is going to be max of. Okay, we also have a row here. Let's not forget. And then we'll start with L first. And K is going to be the same. And then in the same row, we will start with this capital R with the same K. That is it. Let's try to use this. Let's see if that works. So get me max. Third row. Okay. Third row. Let's say 0, 1. Okay. Let's see. There is some issue. Invalid operands to what? I did not return. Okay. Oh, some issue. It's going out of bounds. The row is fine, I guess. It would go like how it can go like out of bounds. This is gonna give me 1 less or equal. We have 0, 1, 0. So I did like 0 to 1. So here to here. Okay. So I have, this will start from 0 and K0 is going to give me 0. Fine. Then R is 1. So we start here with 1 and again 0. So I should be getting 0. What's the issue? That is absolutely fine. LRK 010 is a valid index. It should not give me overflow. Maybe something is NM, N rows, M columns. Capital N is also fine. Isn't capital N, it's just, yep. Mm. Zero 1 3. What is the problem? What is the issue? All the indices are accessible. A row, right? Three is accessible. Oh, there might be some other problem. Oh, let's reset the test cases. There we go. Haji, put any corner. Now we have correct answer 0. Let's put 3 here. Okay, wrong. Output 0 3. Let's take a look. So the index is 0, then we have 1, which is 2 to the power 1. I believe, yeah. These two things we are getting. Here we should have 2, right? But we have 1. Okay. So this should be 2. So we should do +1 here. But why is that happening? Because we are going back that distance. Makes sense, makes sense. But it may cause problem. What about 1 now? This is 0, so R minus 0 plus 1. Maybe I can go back to L and then I can do K1. So 0 1, the difference is 1. I should have 1. Okay. Yeah. Wait, how do I fix it? How do I fix it? So I want difference to be L minus R plus 1. Okay. I think that fixes it. Both are at 0, 1 distance. Fine. This is also good now. 0, 1, 2, 3. This is wrong. Wait. 0 case to all this. Then I started from here and I'm going back. It should give me 0 again. No? I'm getting 1. So this R minus whatever is log difference. Difference is 3 plus 1, 4, right? Log should give me 2. So R minus 2, 1, 2. Must be some solid idea to do this. I can start. So I'll always start with L, right? Always start with L, and I can go till R. I can include R, or maybe I should not include. K1 is storing this, right? Wait. So 2 to the power 1. Wait a minute. 2 to the power 1. Okay. 1 is storing like this thing. 2 to the power 0. So K1 is 2 to the power 0. Hmm. So the issue was with K actually. I'm getting confused with the indexing. Oh my god. Okay. It could be any bullshit number. I go to that X. Then from R I do the same thing. It could be like anything till L. And I subtract it. Alright. Okay. So am I thinking of K minus 1? That is to be Fine. Yeah, starting from 0, and k is what? Let's print k minus 1. Now this is correct. Okay, starting from here we are going till 2, and we're starting from here and we're going. Now this is gonna give me good answer every single time. I can try 2, 3, 4, 5. There should be some good example, but like this is working now. Oh, I got some undefined. No, there are 6 terms. So we have 4, 5, 5. L is 4. We did 4 and 6. Right, we're finding for this. We're looking for this. So we have 4 and 5, and both should start from 0. K should be, K is 5. Why am I doing L plus and K? If you're getting 0, fuck this. This should already be 2. What is wrong? What the fuck is wrong? Mm, 1 and then K is 2. Is my indexing all right? And what is wrong? Index 3 out of bounds. This works. But what is 2? Oh, it's 4. No. No, no, no. 2 is 2 to the power 1. Two distance. What's wrong with 3 then? Oh, my bad. My mistake, my mistake. 3 should not be here. It should be there. 2 to the 4. What? This is 3. It should be 4 actually. Why is this 3? Because I get it. I get it. Because of the way I did the whole indexing. That is causing problem. Let's get max. What was it? It was 0.6, right? Third row. 1.6 third row. Zero 6 is also fine. Now we have it's fine. Now we have 1. K is we're getting 4 distance. Okay. And then we are starting from 3. This is not good. And same 4 distance. It should be here. R minus log div. Should I just do this? That is fucking stressful. Fuck this indexing. Oh, that is correct. Uh, let's try something else. We have seen all the edge cases, so any others should be 0. Should we try a custom test case? But I think this is fine now. But like k plus 1 should, if R is going back, then What is K plus 1? Should R go back K plus 1 times? So this was the bound case, right? So we're starting from 0 and then 6 we go back 1 2 3 4. Okay, 3 is 2 to the power 2. So from here, does it mean like this including this? What is K to the power 1? So 0 is the matrix itself, no issue. Right, K to the power 1 is this one and adjacent 2 to the power 0. This is 2 to the power 1. What the fuck? Okay. It has 2 elements. Now, this includes how is anyone supposed to focus? No comments. So total size should be +1 now, right? You find the difference and you do it with L. Okay, okay, everything. We probably don't need +1. I don't know. Okay. Then how much back you will go from R? You will go back whatever was the difference of log. Very nice. Case 2. What the fuck case 2? What is this thing storing? It's storing from K1s. We should have this 4 elements. But we don't have 4 elements. So for this 0, what is this 2 to the power K minus 1? K is 2. 2 to the power 1 is 2. So you will go to 2. Then I should have it. What the fuck? Why the fuck R is 4? My god. Oh. It should be like power 2 comma K. Anyway, I'm getting wrong answers, so fuck this. Because I'm in 4th row. Oh my god. Correct. So starting from 0, go to 4 of these, then start 1012, and I go to 4 of these. It does not include 6 though. Right. Hi Shubham Bhaiya. Hi bro. So my senior is here. This is a very useless question. No, the thing is, I'm doing it. I'm just practicing this sparse table. I'm implementing it by myself because I know like how to implement it. Arrays of what? I'm building a sparse table so that I can query min max in like O of 1. I have like some indexing issues here. I don't know why. Now it should be fine. 032. So I have this whole block, and for 3, now this is correct. Okay, let's try out some other. 1 to 2. So we're starting from 1 of length 4. Okay, so the whole block. So we have this whole length, then we have from 2 this whole length. Now this is solid. Okay, now we can use this and solve this problem. Let me create a template. But this is not helpful. This is like 3D. Should I add or not? Now we can solve it. What we can do is we have to see what is the value. Didn't apply for visa. Actually प्रॉब्लम क्या हुई कि मैंने दिया था ओए दिया था बट उन्होंने लिखा था कि लाइक आई थिंक 7 बजे का टाइम था उन्होंने बोला था स्टार्ट कर देना एंड आई स्टार्टेड एट अराउंड लाइक 7:45 बेसिकली शॉर्ट लिस्ट नहीं हुआ मैं दैट्स द थिंग आई डोंट नो व्हाट वाज द रीज़न वीज़ा का ओए वाज वेरी इजी आई डिड लाइक ऑल देयर वर लाइक 3 आई थिंक 4 प्रॉब्लम्स और 3 आई एम नॉट श्योर I have solved like all of them in like 30 minutes or so. You're stuck at 701 in this one. Why did I start late? I did not start late. You may see like on Leetcode, I'm doing it for. The thing is, I used to do it before my college. But then I left. Then I again started. I started in Python because I was also trying to do ML. Then first I need to learn language. Because अगर पहले से चीज़ें पता होती है ना तो फटाफट you know you can learn things again. Visa away. Why didn't I start it? I don't know. I was sleeping. I was sleeping hard. Yeah. So I don't know. Let's create a min max So lower bound is going to be minimum of 0 comma so should be maximum of 0 comma whatever the current I is minus V. Okay, so R is going to be do we need this? Yeah, minimum of n minus 1 comma current, what is rho, I plus V. I think that is fine, but over here I have to like subtract 1 as well. Less than equals to R plus plus I. Okay, so I'm gonna start from here, which is I minus V, and it won't go negative. This is also fine, but this particular thing, what if the matrix, I think if it's going out of bounds, then I don't have to consider it. I'm just assuming. Okay, now do this range thing. So X and Y, that is again going to be J minus and J plus. Okay. For this I can do something. I can subtract minus 1 from both. What if the size is only 1? Then I don't have to consider it, right? Yeah. Okay, so if I equals to minus V, uh wait a minute. Then X minus minus and Y minus minus. Now if Y is greater than X or even equals to X, now we have to check. Now let's get this maximum from get max, and the row is going to be K, and then we have X comma Y. Okay, now I need to accumulate like all the maximum. Maxi comma now if this maxi I want this to be equal to whatever the value is. Okay. Value was V, right? Something is going out of bounds. Bro, not what the fuck? I just tested it. It was fine. K should be fine, right? Both are -1. It should be positive. Both of them. Wait a minute. How can they? Because of that. Because of 0. What do I have to return? Number of local maximums. It's a local maximum if it is non-zero, and okay, it should be non-zero. Right. Correct. Correct. Again out of bounds. Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. My god, this sparse table is crazy. No. Wait, I'm having -1 because this might be a case it is 0 and then it is going -1. Wait, this is wrong. Now this is correct. Okay, it works. Expected 1 for 0 1. So for 0 output should be nothing. For 1 you go to OR 4 directions, but you actually can't do it, right? So my L is going to be I minus V. This will be 0, I believe. Let's see what is C out. If this is fine, then okay, we have 0 0 0. So this element only. So okay, we are at this row. X and Y both are 0, right? And I'm getting wrong answer. It should give me some maxi. So what is the maxi? Wait, it should be like I minus and then I plus. It should be 1, not 0. Why should be 1? I did like it should be I -1 and J plus. J is 1. So it should be like N -1, no? I'm probably doing this. This is where I'm not understanding. Ignore the cells where the both row distance and column distance are exactly X. Ignore the cells. So for that particular cell, it's basically 0. So that should not be ignored. Yo, what up? I need to fix this thing and then I will be good. But this should not be true. If k equals to I minus v. So this is, so it should get like plus x should be plus 1. Right? Because k actually equals to I minus v. What is I? Wait, something is wrong. Ij and then k. And we're going to like these rows. So that guy is correct. There will be a stream at night too. But not on my channel. Yeah. 8:40 हो गए. What? SQL भी करना था मेरे को. Not sure what to do. You are not sure what to do. Start solving problems, bro. Okay, 0. In case of one, like one distance over there, over there, over there. So in case of one, by the way, in case of one, I can increase count and continue. Oh. Because, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because this one is always the answer now. 2 won't be included. Am I wrong? Both. Okay. Okay. Both. This and this. Like this is again wrong, bro. So I guess, so these are coming out to be 0. Okay, let's think about it. So we have, so V is 1, I is 0, and J is 1. Okay. So we are going back V times, but this is gonna be 0 to n minus 1. So there is only one thing here. Okay. That is 0. Okay, now we're doing J minus V. J minus V. What is J minus V? Going back V times. This is gonna give me 0. Fine. Then we have Y. This is wrong. Okay. This is fine. This was wrong. Is this correct? There are two places. We only have 2, 1. English feature from a chat section. I don't know. Should I skip this? No, I don't want to skip this now. Let's do it. By the way, did you give like Code Forces contest yesterday? It should answer should be 1. Why am I getting 2? There is no way I'm getting 2 here. It should be 1. Okay. Two operations for 2. So 0, 0. Okay. In a first row. What? So it should give me 1, right? Should get 1 here. I am getting 1. Ah, okay. For this 1, I should get 2. This is the mistake. So the mistake is the row. K is low-key 1. K should be 0 here. And it is only executing once. What is V here? V is 1. So you can go like row is 1. So you can go like 0. That is fine. So L should be 0. Why is it not 0? You were only able to solve. I solved 4. Some people faced problem with 2, but like 2 was very easy. And here the issue was I was not considering like minimum could either be the distance between them or and minus distance. So in a circle, there are 2 ways to go. I instantly got this because I thought if we have more than 3 nodes in a circle, then player A can always like try to maximize some distance, and then another one will again move to the same direction and will keep the distance same. So the only way to catch her is first of all let her exhaust all the moves, and then player B will go and catch her, like something like that. This one was like a fucking implementation disaster. Took me a lot of time to solve this, but idea was like not very hard to think of, because this particular, because the number that will give you minimum absolute difference, it can either be of same length or -1 or +1 length. So right, so if you think about the number that has one less length, you will choose the maximum number of available digits. Okay, so there we go. I just pushed whatever is d dot back, the maximum number available, right? But for the smallest number, so this one is of length like n+1, right? So for this, you will try to pick the smallest one, but if that smallest number is 0, then you are going to have some problem. So make sure it is not 0, right? So you have to check it. But as soon as you find something smaller that is not 0, just break out. And then again, build the string. So how I did it, I'm basically building the string, and then I'm converting the string into like using functions like s to long, or here in this case, this can actually exceed long. So I have to use int1 to it. I have created this function, and this was the issue in these, right? I was not updating it properly. I've got a lot of wrong answers. And by the way, the hardest part was to think of the same length. So a same length string, what you have to do, you have to iterate the digits, and you have to you need a specific digit that is very close to your original string, the original number digit, right? And if it is smaller, for example, your number had 2 and the smallest available option, let's say 2 is not available, but 1 is available, then for the rest of them, you will try to keep the maximum possible number here, right? To minimize the absolute difference. Similarly, let's say you don't have 3, but you have 5. Then after picking 5, because 5 is greater than 2, then you will try to minimize this. This is what I'm doing here, right? And every time I'm forming this particular string, I'm also updating it, right? So this basically efficiently updating my answer. This was like the thing here. It was more of like a implementation problem. So yeah. Why this feels like so depressing to me? I'll have to turn the stream off. On 9:15, I'm gonna go. Okay. So for this one, I have 1 here. There should be 2, right? This should not be 0. This k should not be 1. This k should be 0. I don't know what's going on. What's wrong? So at 1, I try to go to index, but it is not available. So I mean x should be I is 2, I is 1. 1 minus 1 should be 0. So L should be 0. What's wrong? L is 0. But why k is not 0 then? What? Okay. Let's see what's wrong. So from where this 2 coming from? I have removed it now. Oh, this thing. Because of this. Okay, here k is 0, but we have 1 and minus 1. Because the distance is 1, so I'm trying to reduce it. So 1 should not include 2. One should not include 2, but again, read it. Both row and column distance. Column distance is this. No. Row distance is this, I minus k. Column distance is how much? I can take either x or y, right? And both should be the case. Okay. Wrong answer. Did I just submit it? Oh, my bad. Output is 2. So like for 1, we have 2. So it should not be the case, right? For 0, 1, 0, we have 1. X, Y, and K. I'm brain fogged right now. Yes, I'm doing BTAC. So this is hashing, and this is oh my god, I have wasted so much time. Right, I've started streaming. It's been 3 hours. Oh my god. MAIT, my college. This is bad, but at least this is correct. So I can store it somewhere. Um, your account on Leetcode. Should we have, what is like the sub? I think it's called slash profile something. Yeah, you. Oh my god, why I can't copy paste? I can't copy. Can you show your code of Q2? Absolutely. Check this out. You can also go to my profile and see it by yourself. There you go. It's like a very easy problem. Just make sure if like n is less than 4, then answer is always 1. Because if you have 3 nodes, the player B can catch in like only one move, right? This is the code. Okay. This is the first one. I mean, first one again, like count 0, 1, right? Then just remove the pairs, reduce them, and then you can also make 3 1s and 3 2s. So add them. That is it. Why 4? Less than 4. It's less than 4. Less than 4. So if you have a single node, then again, like I think in a question it's given. Yeah, so n is greater than equals to 2. So if you have 2 nodes, then again player B can catch now in a single move. So optimal will be player A will stay in its position, player B can catch in a single move. Okay. And in case of 3, player B can move, right? Whatever node is available, but all those 2 nodes are connected directly with this player now, so he can catch ultimately. Think of a triangle, right? So every single node is connected to every other node. Am I right? Yeah. This is why 4. I want someone to help. Can someone spot a mistake? It is like some indexing mistake or something, like very small thing. Pretty sure about that. This question is too annoying. Why would they have to do this thing? They could have just given like a simple matrix. Okay. J minus X. So this is J and this is X. Right. So in this case, okay, plus minus. This looks pretty much fine to me. No issue with it. I don't know. So for 1, why is this not executing? Because y is smaller than x. How does this happen? So 0, 1 is, this thing has been executed. But then 1, 0, it should be 0, 0 something. I skipped. 4th one is more standard. This is also standard. It just sparse table. But I don't know what mistake I'm making here. There is some very small mistake somewhere giving me wrong answer. Let me think clearly. So for both of these ones, my answer should be. So this is a problem, right? This is the problem in this in this particular question. So you are starting your college, just explore, join some societies, and make sure you keep learning things. That's all I will suggest you. Keep learning things. Row and column both. Okay. So when I go to this next column, which is 1, this operation is going to apply it, right? So initially, oh, so I have already reduced my value. This is why it happened. Let's fix this. Okay. Let's make it j minus b. Let's make it j plus b. Okay. And now x is equal to y equals to minimum of okay. Please. For God grace. I think I'm done. This is so stupid. GPT can do it now. Fuck it. the fuck? How much time? Are you really thinking about prepping some stupid ass? Just tell me how can I. Oh my god. The fuck is that? Corner exclusion, yeah. Tell me, where is the issue? Till here. GG. What is the problem in my? Wait. What is the issue in my code? So top is 0, 1 minus b. Exactly. And minus 1, 1 plus b. Then you equals to bottom and okay. That is fine. I don't need this okay variable. Left and right. Same as before. This is equal to v. J. And if matrix J minus B greater than B, ignored corner else. What the fuck? It shouldn't be that much complicated, right? What's wrong? Oh my god. Hmm. Fan above, please hang on it. What the fuck? What the fuck, Rohit? Bro, don't say these things. People are very sensitive. Why do you need this? Why do we need this? Oh my god. What is X? Whatever is maximum. J minus V. Okay. What is by? Minimum of either n minus 1 or either J plus V. Okay. Now, what is the overlapping situation? When, but I have to check for X and Y only. Okay, so first of all, absolute difference between J and K, I and K, it should be equal to V. So this is like row difference. Then column difference is going to be X. So I need to check for both X and Y and do it that way. Maybe. Right, so absolute difference of X minus J is also equals to V. Then X is going to be same shit. Wait, if 0 is the case, minimum of m minus 1, comma, right? Let's do similar thing for Y, a different loop. Okay. Now if Y minus J is V, then Y is going to be maximum of either 0, Y minus 1. Come on. This logic is good. What's the issue here? Pinpoint. That is good. So Y minus 1 and X plus 1. Yup. The main bug is in this part. You're shrinking the whole row interval. It's not the whole row interval. What the fuck? GPT is... I'm not a brahmachari, but I'm doing a stream. Okay. And it's public. So I should not be saying things that can be used against me. Right? You're right about that part. See, ChatGPT is so fucking stupid. Right? It told me the problem is that you're shrinking the whole row interval. I'm not doing it. Actual issue is stable. Okay. My sparse table is inconsistent. You manually build it, then continue from k equals to 2. Standards per. अच्छा, so 2 to the power के लिए I can write shift. Oh, I. So the real fix. I mean, that I won't do. Sorry. I can just copy paste. Oh my god. Oh my god. Prepare yourself, brother. This is the fucking. What am I doing here? This K should be above. Oh my god. My sparse table is wrong by itself. Okay. This is fine. Yeah. My sparse table was wrong. Oh my god. Because I'm printing. Fuck me. Okay. Now this will work. Sparse table was wrong, bro. This fucking loop. Honestly, sparse table deserves a template. Okay, I'm not gonna make these mistakes in the contest specifically. I could have used like segmentary in a contest, but let's build a sparse table dot cpp, right? But this is not a standard one. I mean, the code is not complex. I can build it, but these type of mistakes are like hilarious. Also, this logic. Thanks, GPT. It's fine. I can do it. So are we solving fourth one too? This is just hashing. I was using a fucking DQ. So if I can do it with a string, then maybe I can't do it with a string. I can do one thing. I can store it a string, but I can maybe just use an integer. Integer with like a mod. So if I had to like remove some element at some index, how will I remove like the last element? How will I remove 5 if this is like integer? Mhm. Maybe hashing with a string is going to be better. I can use comma to separate different elements. So it should be better for collision. Hmm. Should I just implement this method? I can add a digit by multiplying 10 and summing it up, right? But size can be like, I can use mod, but collision. And I can remove using mod. So just look at the size. How do I know size of a string of integer? Convert it to string, maybe. Hmm. Oh wow. Am I lagging? Not really. Okay. So I'm making a hash function. I can increase it like, let's keep it that way. Maybe I should use long and some other big prime number. Okay, so hash is going to be hash into 10 plus whatever the number is. Okay. And we should not forget to mod. Okay. Mod here is fine. Maybe just for safety, I don't want a wrong answer because of that. So once I made a hash, I can do what? I can go to frequency, convert it into string. I can do plus plus. Okay. Now I think its Leetcode is lagging, or maybe my browser is lagging. Not sure. I have to remove the first number. For that, I need size. I know what is the size. So size is X. So I need to mod it with 10 to the power. Uh, 10 to the power X. I think, yep, that is okay. Now my hash function will become hash mod s. Okay. Now again, same thing. And now add it to frequency. But now for checking, this is a very big, right? Could have like a lot of hash functions. Mm, no, I can't do that. Okay. No, that's not going to work. I will have to for auto has to be wrong. Mhm. Not again. Baijan. Is my hash, is this wrong? How to implement double rolling hash? This is fine. This is fine. This is, I don't know. It's spitting out true every single time. Okay, let me enlighten me about some hashing thing. Your idea is this, or but these parts are broken. Oh, it does not remove the uh still number. Yeah, makes sense. Or you just tell me like this is okay, this is wrong. So mod, I mean I should divide it. What the fuck, right? Something like this. What are you saying? What? How to remove this? Auto translation. Comments. I don't know. Where is that option? Translation from YT Live. Auto. Setting gear. Live chat window. Setting live chat window. That is cool. Click on edit. Customization. Customization. Live chat translation. Where is it? There we go. It should be fine now. Hi Anurag. बोलो भाई क्या हुआ? So this is a base that I'm using. But like subtract 5000. Hash minus whatever was at this position into S. Right. This is bad. Hash function is not good. I don't know. I'll have to look into it later on. I have never implemented rolling hash, so makes sense. Using base 10 only makes sense. Numbers are single digits. Yep. So it is a bad base. So I have to use some bigger base, which is like at least greater than 10 to the power 5. Double hashing. Okay. So I need to learn double hashing. Oh my god, it's 9:39. I'm closing the stream, guys. I have to go and eat. Also other things. Yeah. Bye. See you tomorrow, guys. If you want to say something, Anurag, you have 2 minutes only. 1 minute. Nothing. Okay, guys. Then